All we need for today's recipe is frying steak, enough for 2 portions, mushrooms, potatoes, an onion and red wine sauce. Chop your potatoes into wedges, season with salt and pepper, sprinkle with cheese, add to the oven. Oven's got to be 200 degrees, roughly between 6 and 7. Put them in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes, turning halfway through. Fry your steak till nice and brown, then take it out and put in a bowl. Once the steak is brown, put into a bowl in with the juices and leave that for later because we're going to want that again in a minute. Add your onions for 3 to 4 minutes. Once they're nice and soft, add your mushrooms for another 4 or 5 minutes. Once your mushrooms sizzling away, you're going to need to add water in a minute, which I didn't mention at the start, so go and get 200 mils of water ready. You're going to need this towards the sauce for the red wine, the stock cube. But if you're just using red wine, you won't need the water. Picking up the sauce when we add the water to it. Oh. Once that's in there, add your 200 ml of water. There we have red wine sauce added, stock cube. Now just mix that about and let that mix in. You'll see it all thickening up nicely and turn into a sauce in a minute. It doesn't look very appealing at the minute, but it will do in a minute once that red wine's all in place. There we are, the colour's starting to come with it now. It's starting to look a bit more presentable. As this melts and all comes together, re-add the steak with all the juices back to it. Wait for it to warm up, then season it to your taste with salt and pepper. By then, there we are, by then, the wedges still should be ready. It'll be right about time now to add the cheese onto the wedges. That's looking more like it, isn't it? Yeah. All finished. It looks a bit more presentable now than it did when it was in the pan. And there we've got steak strips with cheesy wedges and a nice gravy sauce. We've got 45 grams of protein per serving. What's on that plate there? Almost 600 calories. So 600 calories, 45 grams of protein and 61 grams of carbs. Perfect for after training. It shows it's not difficult and to cook fresh and healthy. It's took me 30 minutes, that has, and all I've used is steak, an onion, potato, bit of cheese, a little bit of flour and a red wine sauce.